Hello everyone, this is Maki. Episode 9 of GQuuuuuuX has been released. Fans were probably thrilled by the shocking developments, weren't they? I'm definitely one of them. Today, let's take a closer look at some of the important elements introduced in episode 9. Just so you know, this will include spoilers for episode 9. If you haven't watched it yet, please do so before watching my show. Now, let me quickly share a little announcement. My channel is currently accepting support through memberships. For just 99 cents a month, you can get a name badge and comment stamps. Alright, let's get started. The moment that surprised most fans was probably Lalah Sun's appearance. However, another important character may have shown up even earlier in the episode. Let's take a closer look at the mysterious message sent to Machu's smartphone. The message contains extremely detailed instructions that are clearly written for someone like Machu, who doesn't know the layout of the battleship Sudan. Could the person who sent the message be Admiral Ray? At the climax of the original 0079 story, Admiral used his new type abilities to guide and protect his friends. He sent them advice to help them escape the space fortress of Baku. Despite it being his first time there, he was able to give Seiya pinpoint directions to their allies' location. His instructions were extremely specific: go forward 500 meters, then turn left at a 90-degree angle. It wasn't just Seiya, a fellow new type, who received his voice right lower, and the others did too. Admiral even gave Frau and the children advice about the perfect timing to move between gunfire, which can only be explained as a kind of foresight. The message included instructions such as let 3 elevators pass without getting on and start moving after counting to 10. This kind of guidance sounds exactly like something Admiral would send. Of course, there's still no official confirmation that Admiral Ray sent the message. What do you think? According to an official announcement, the story of GQuuuuuuX will end with 3 episodes remaining. Will another important character besides Admiral appear? Or will the show purposely leave the identity of the sender ambiguous, leaving it up to the audience's imagination? If it really was Admiral Ray, was it the Admiral from the world of GQuuuuuuX? Or was it Admiral from the world referred to as the other side? Then, Lalah soon appeared. She was also an incredibly important character in the original 0079. When she died midway through the story, both Admiral and Sha were left with deep emotional scars. During the final battle in Sha's counterattack, Sha tells Admiral Lalah Sun could have been a mother to me. Lalah loved Sha deeply, too. In episode 9, she expresses her heartfelt wish to save the person she loves from a doomed fate. Did you notice something odd? Lalah says that the man she loves was killed by a white mobile suit from the Earth Federation. However, in the 0079 storyline, Sha doesn't die. Instead, Lalah dies while protecting him. Is the story Lalah refers to in GQuuuuuuX actually from Sha's counterattack? Sha was indeed defeated by the new Gundam, a white mobile suit pirated by Admiral. After his escape pod was pinned under the asteroid axis, he went missing. Therefore, the phrase killed by a white mobile suit wouldn't be inaccurate. But did Sha and Admiral really die? I'm going to digress a little from the topic at hand. In the final scene of Sha's counterattack, a mysterious light is seen drifting away from Axis. To this day, the meaning of that light is still unknown. In magazine interviews, Yoshiyuki Tomino has said you're free to interpret it as Amo and Sha having died. Alright, let's bring the discussion back to GQuuuuuuX. What era was Lalah referring to? Given that the history of the 1-year war appears to have changed, wouldn't it be reasonable to assume that Sha died during his battle with Amo's first Gundam? In other words, the original 0079 story could be interpreted as one in which one of the many possible versions of Lalah chose to protect Sha and save him at the cost of her own life. This interpretation would make GQuuuuuuX a prequel to 0079. One more detail really caught my attention. The sight of Lalah inside the helmet, referred to as the Rose of Sharon. According to Sharia Bull, she appears to be in a state where time is frozen. Take a close look at Lalah's helmet. The visor isn't cracked. In the 0079 story, the helmet's cockpit is destroyed by the Gundam's beam saber. The visor of Lalah's helmet is also shattered. Why then is the Lalah who appears in the world of GQuuuuuuX still wearing a helmet with an intact visor? Even the helmet itself, which should have been destroyed by a beam saber, appears completely undamaged. Could this be like in Gundam Unicorn, where time was reversed? Amo and Lalah say in a conversation, humans may one day even be able to control time. Gundam Unicorn's visuals were likely inspired by this idea. However, I believe there might be another explanation. In GQuuuuuuX, Lalah says no matter how many times I try again, she always ends up dying. That's right. She's clearly attempted to fix history more than once. Perhaps the helmet we see in GQuuuuuuX is frozen at the moment immediately following Sha's death. Could the final scene of GQuuuuuuX end with Lalah sacrificing herself to save Sha? The story of GQuuuuuuX could be interpreted as taking place within a single fleeting moment, just before the final showdown between Sha and Amo is decided. What do you think? Episode 9 also presented a great deal of information. Where is the story headed from here? In the preview video, Gear and Zobi finally made an appearance. It also looks like a battle is breaking out around the massive EO Magnaso facility. Fights around giant facilities or weapons are a classic setup for the climax of a Gundam series. Does this mean that GQuuuuuuX is really coming to an end soon? Personally, I'm still hoping a second season will be announced. There are still many hidden and fascinating elements in episode 9. I'll continue making new episodes, so hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. See you in the next episode.